Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Tequila Tuesdays with your host Javier Mata from La Piñata in Centerville. Today I have 3 of my favorite summer tequilas. First one being the Roca Patron Añejo. Now I know most people, when they think of Patron, they say, "Hey, oh yeah, I've tried Patron. I've had Patron Silver and Patron Reposado." Well, what most people haven't had is Roca Patron. The difference there is that the process of how the Roca Patron is distilled is very different from what your regular Patron is. Now, if you look closely on the bottle, it does have a little bit of a higher content of alcohol, but don't let that fool you. The overall taste of the Añejo, being my favorite, I'm an Añejo guy, is very, very smooth. It has a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling to it. It also leaves a sense of finish of vanilla with citrus and a little bit of sweet. So it is definitely a good tequila and one of my favorites. I have one of these bottles exclusively for my own consumption at home. So another tequila of my favorite is the Herradura Ultra Añejo. Now, if you watched the very first episode of Tequila Tuesdays, you would have seen that I chose the Herradura Ultra as being the exclusive tequila for episode 1. And by far, this is definitely one of my favorite tequilas overall, because again, it is a fusion tequila. Hey, look at it. It looks like a silver, right? But it's not. So that just gives it, that extra edge of, hey, if you like silver, which a lot of people do, they would think it looks like a silver, why not try the silver? But in all actuality, it's an añejo if you read it at the bottom. And then once you taste it, that is what gives it the killer prize overall. The third tequila that I chose, that is also one of my top selections and new to the Dayton area, is the Ayate Añejo. Now this one here, aside from it being a nice bottle, really gives a distinct flavor. I mean, the process of how this one here particularly is made is really out of this world. You would think, wow, do they really do all those steps to make it? I mean, it is put in American oak barrels, aged in there, transferred to French oak barrels, aged in those, and then it's finished off in Chardonnay barrels. And yes, I said Chardonnay, the wine, barrels, that gives it just that cream and smooth flavor overall, and that nice aroma that when you taste it, you're gonna be like, wow, am I drinking tequila or am I drinking wine? Ayate Añejo, definitely one of my top 3 tequilas. This one here, being the Ayate. Man, I gotta tell you, Ayate, if you can get your hands on a bottle of Ayate here in Dayton, go for it. But if not, come here to La Piñata in Centerville and ask for a shot of Ayate Añejo to try this very highly recommended, exquisite tequila. Now the second one was the first one that I talked about, the Roca Patron. Nice, smooth, with a hint of sweetness overall. Definitely good. And lastly, the Herradura Ultra Añejo. You take tequila, whichever tequila it is, especially if it's a fine tequila, taste it as if you were tasting the wine. Let it kind of simmer and sit in your mouth. Get all that aroma, that flavor, everything. And the smell, it just gets you and grasps you really well. Come to La Piñata in Centerville to try these tequilas, for I will not steer you wrong. Trust me, guys, I've been doing it for quite a while, because no other place will take that extra step to bring in good tequila, let you know about the tequila, and offer you the good tequila that Dayton has to offer. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by all those other guys or those mainstream marketed tequilas. So, this is Javier Mata from La Piñata in Centerville. Make sure to tune in for the next episode of Tequila Tuesdays with me, your host, Javier. And also, remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And again, stay tuned for the next episode of Tequila Tuesday. Adios.